you. Well, Eyewitness News reporter Susan Hogan is live at a power station in Providence now with an update on what National Grid is doing. And Susan, many eager people out there just to get their power back on.
Absolutely. And I had asked the spokesperson for National Grid, I'm like, I want to be where Mission Control is. Where is your nerve center? Where is everything happening that we can see firsthand? And they brought us here to their storm center, as they call it. People that you see here on the phones, they are answering phones 24/7. Anyone who has wires down in their neighborhood, when you call, you're going to get into an automated service. Then it goes to here to this nerve center, and they get crews dispatched out immediately. I also want you to come through here as well. In this area, this is their dispatch center. So if you are at home and you've got a crew outside your neighborhood, this is where they are being dispatched from. All of these papers that you see up there on the board, those are where active crews are right now. At the height of the storm, there were over 200,000 people without power. They're down. The latest number that we got just literally 30 seconds ago was down to 34,000 people. They are making progress. Restoring power to Rhode Island, National Grid crews working around the clock. Street by street, residents are slowly getting power back on. Did it get pretty cold in there for you?
It hit about 39 degrees in there over the past 2 days.
Eyewitness News following National Grid around the state Sunday. Workers repairing wires that were damaged during the blizzard. Big issue facing crews, unplowed streets, making it very difficult for power crews to get around, slowing their process.
We've put a lot of effort into this, even with the conditions and the snow and you see in the streets, we're moving through very tough conditions. So our folks are dedicated, we're working, we've got thousands of people in the state to get the power back.
After conducting a damage assessment Saturday, National Grid tells Eyewitness News that it expects to have the vast majority of its Rhode Island customers back with power by midnight Monday. Right now, though, the focus is getting critical facilities up and running, including schools and sewer treatment facilities.
The northern part of the state is in really good shape. We got a few customers scattered throughout the towns, and we're slowly reducing the numbers in the lower part of the state.
There are more than 400 crews right now on the ground. Residents who were told that power may take days to restore were pleasantly surprised when it came back. I'm sure that these guys were a good sight to see when they pulled up.
Oh, absolutely. I called, they said they weren't going to have power back on until Tuesday, and then we got it last night. Big surprise for us.
It is without a doubt a big surprise when your power comes on, especially when you expected it a few days from now. So as you've just heard too, when the power is coming on, every minute things are changing. And joining us now live is Tim Horan, who is the president of National Grid here in Rhode Island. Tim, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
34,000 people we're down to, right, at this point?
Right. We've restored approximately 180,000 customers in less than 36 hours, and we're below 34,000 customers right now without power, and we're continuing to reduce those numbers.
You've got so many crews out there, so much additional personnel. Tell me about what you've got right now going on.
Well, we've got over 470 line crews working throughout the state. For instance, we have 44 in the town of South Kingston. We have 280 tree crews that are out there. So you look at all those personnel along with our other transmission and substation folks, which number in the hundreds. We've got hundreds and thousands of people out there working here in Rhode Island to get people back in power.
And just finally, Tim, too, I mean, the people who are watching this obviously have power, but to their friends and relatives who don't, who are still waiting, what is that time frame? I mean, I know it's so hard to tell.
We are going to get the vast majority of those folks on by tomorrow morning. The furthest customers will be at the end of the day, but we're working with all these folks to get everyone back as quickly as we can. As you see, within 36 hours, we've gotten 180,000 customers back.
And this really is a joint effort with everybody, state police, with you all.
Well, one of the key things we have working with the state police and the National Guard and the DOT is to clear the roads with the wires, the trees, and so forth. So we're all working in partnership, and it's really helping out everyone within the state.
Great. Thanks so much, Tim, for joining us. We're going to have Tim back live at about 6:30 or so to get a little bit more specific update from him as well, and also hopefully another update with the amount of people who've had power restored. Reporting live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Susan Hogan, Eyewitness News.